So, hey everyone, I'm Scott Barlow.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Mel.
And we are Tee It Up. So we are creating a smart golf mat that has integrated infrared technology for the visually impaired. Now, before we start, can I just get a show of hands who's ever golfed in any shape or form? Good amount, right? So, it's easy, right? Now, close your eyes and try to play golf. It's virtually impossible. So what we're doing is we're really excited. We're partnered up with the VA hospital in Providence, and we're working under Jordan. And we are creating this golf mat to be integrated into their golf simulator on their premises. And the whole purpose of it is to help veterans, the visually impaired, who need a degree of blindness, to be able to golf again. They did their time overseas. They served our country, which is something awesome. And they come back and they want to do their most favorite thing. They just want to hit the links. And that's where our mat comes into play. It uses audio feedback that helps you figure out on the X and Y axis where your club is located relative to the tee, and then it helps you tee it up.
Alrighty, so looking at our schematic in terms of software functionality, we are utilizing two infrared sensors implemented in both the X and the Y direction, and they will be implemented relative to where the club head will be placed. These two sensors will record and further communicate data to our Arduino 101 microprocessor that will be housed in our control unit at the edge of our hitting mat, and will further communicate to a speaker and further to our user whether or not they're aligned properly and where exactly the club head is. Also depicted here, we have two 3D printed sensor mounts in the works. They're both angled at approximately 17 degrees, and that specifically is the perfect detection of the club head via these sensors.
Yeah, so Tee It Up has two main components here. If you can't see, we have a picture of the schematic here as well as pictures of the actual mat. And we have the hitting mat as well as the standing mat, each covered with actual driving range turf to simulate the most realistic golfing environment that you would find out on the driving range. And we have the ability to line up, and when your club is right lined up with the ball, it's almost like a metal detector. So the tone and the rate of the pitch will be maximized here, and as you work out towards the sensors in each plane, it gets lower and softer. So that's how you know that you're getting further away from where you want to be lined up. And as far as our next steps, we're just working on fine-tuning the code and implementing a bumper connecting the two mats for portability purposes, because we're going to have a handle connected to them so it's easy to travel with, as well as the bumper itself, or the spacer itself, sorry, being made of Velcro. So that allows for adjustability of variance in the height of golfers. And we also want to implement a bumper, because just because your club head is lined up where the ball is, you could be facing here, hitting directly into the woods. So we're going to have a bumper for your left foot. So after doing research, we found that you want to line up your club right off your front heel. That's the correct position. So based on that, that's how we're going to set up our bumper. So you feel it on your left foot, and then however wide you want to stand, you can just go out from there, and then you know you're completely perpendicular to your target.
Alrighty, so we recognize the fact that our target market is quite small, but the idea of bringing back the game to individuals who gave so much to our country, that right there is the driving thought behind the completion of this project. And with that being said, this is Tee It Up, and if you have any questions, now's the time.
Alright, so in golf, it's not just hitting off of a tee, but hitting off the ground. Do you have like a secondary sensor to hitting an iron off the mat as well?
So right now, this is basically stage one of this. I get really excited, think about moving this past of where it's just at right now. The whole idea is that we're gonna have a control panel on the side, and with that, you can select where you're really at in the game. You can select what you're using, whether it be an iron, a driver, and with that, we'd have different software settings to collaborate with that.
Thank you very much.